Hi, welcome back to Talk of the Town. We're so excited, as always, to have our very good friend Jenny from Inspiration Speaks back in our studio. Jenny, welcome back.
Thanks for having me, Justin. It's
Yeah,
cool to be
I believe
here
this is our second interview together. You and me, anyway.
Yes, you and me again. Yeah,
very cool.
It is. It's great to see you.
Yeah. So you do a lot of different presentations. You speak not only on camera, but you also speak to large groups of people, a variety of different people. Let's start with K12 presentations. If we were to go to a K12 presentation, an elementary school or high school or middle school presentation, what are some things that we could expect that you would say during those presentations?
Well, what's cool about that is I love engaging with the young kids and that age group. So I get to talk about a lot of fun things and topics with them, but it's really important for me to touch on the importance of inclusion and treating each other with respect and dignity. And, you know, we all may be in different situations. Like I might be in a wheelchair and, you know, maybe they're going to school with a student that's in a wheelchair, has some type of physical disability or developmental disability even for that. You know, I like to just really express how important it is to treat each other equally and with respect. So that's really important to me. And then I never leave without talking about the importance of wearing your seatbelt and how important it is to buckle up, because obviously that's a law, and you know, we all need to follow that safety rule. You know, it'll keep us all safe. So I touch on a lot of different subjects like that with the younger group. And then when I start getting into the preteens and the teens, there I get brutally honest, and I really share a lot of really personal things, you know, that I might be experiencing and things that people don't see kind of past the wheelchair, you know, and so I definitely express, you know, all those struggles and hardships so that they understand the true consequences behind driving recklessly or drinking and driving per se. And then, like I think I mentioned the last time I was here, you know, I kind of had to shift gears with times a little bit because our youth have so many other pressures that we never had before, and so I kind of, you know, switched that to reckless driving, including the texting, drugging, and drinking and driving. So
yeah, there's so many more distractions nowadays that can take our attention off the road, so that's important.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about some of the college presentations that you do. What could we expect to hear if we went to a presentation that was geared towards college students?
Yeah, so if I'm at a college or university kind of level, you know, I kind of get to talk about some deeper kind of topics. So there I might discuss more the importance of medical research, wheelchair accessibility, the importance of therapies and how therapies, whether it's occupational, physical therapy, even recreational therapy, you know, sometimes we forget about those in the big scheme of things. But I like to share my own personal experiences with my therapy and how that changed my life. And so I like to kind of share with these graduating students that are going into that field that, you know, they actually are choosing a field where they ultimately can change a person's life forever. And when I say that, I mean that wholeheartedly, because I had an occupational therapist, for instance, that I think I'm who I am today because of her. You know, I mean, when you go through an accident like this, I mean, literally in the blink of an eye, my life changed forever. And so it was nice having that support and someone kind of cheering me on a little bit that understood what I was going through. So I like to share those kind of things with that level. So
we just have a few seconds left. Can you, if you were going to leave our viewers with one message, what would it be?
You know, it's pretty simple. Basically, my voice, your choice. And what I mean by that is, you know, everything that we talked about today and, you know, everything that I talk about when I go out and speak to schools and stuff, you know, I want people to remember my story and hopefully change someone's life forever. So.
Right on. Well, Jenny, we appreciate you as always coming into our studio. It's always such an inspiration to speak with you, and we wish you the best as always.
Oh, thank you, Justin.
That's all for Talk of the Town. Stay tuned for more CW57 programming coming right up.